Go live, go live, go live. We got so many wires here, so many wires, so many wires, so many wires, so many wires. You know, in Jamaica, you know, when they burn their in Jamaica when they burn the incense. Jamaica, they think they smoke the incense. At the beginning of this video, I want to show some formation. And again, I don't have many things planned, but I'm going to show formation. And my first formation that I want to show is, where can we get the word time? Does it make any sense? And although there's a cobweb, okay, of interconnecting and positioning certain letters by number and by letter, that there's more than one house. We live in the hive. I like to use words as they're interchanged. We live in the hive. When you say the letter V, V and B go together without question. If you speak Spanish or if you speak English, and when you speak French, and when you say the word five, when you say the word 1/5, you change the V to an F, a V to an F, a V to an F. In Spanish, it's a B for a V, but it's BBB. It's BBB. It's BBB. The basic creation is BBB, but it becomes BEH. When you're going across, okay, when you're going across, it's 1 and 1. 1 and 1 comes together as 2. So B is a half-life. When you see 3, there should only be 2. This became the average. It became the in-house average. The in-house average. Where was I going to go with this? Hold on, I think I'm losing myself. Yeah, I want to explain the rotation. So first we have Fibonacci, 1 and 1. So now we're going to go a rotation in the star system, which means to multiply and to add. So this would be Fibonacci 2. This would be Fibonacci 1, and this would be Fibonacci 2, and the third equation is down here. And then what we do is we go 1 times 2, because this is the multiple side, equals to 2, and 2 plus 1 equals to 3. Now what we're going to do, here we have 3, and now here we have 5. I've bumped into this, the E world of rotation, of creation, of 1 and 4, and of 2 and 3. This is so complicated. This is so complicated. I'm going to keep it basic, okay? 3 times 2 equals to 6. 3 plus 2 equals to 5. So we've now turned, in the plus world, okay, we've turned 1 into 5, and in the multiple world, okay, we have turned, and why? Because we have to interchange the equations. When this was in the plus world, now it goes into the multiple world. But we keep the multiple world up here. We keep the addition world over here. So now we have 11, we have 11, we have 5, 5, and 11. So we have 55, 11, 33. 135. S-U-N. The 19th letter, the 21st letter, and the 14th letter. 1, 3, 5, 9, 2, 4. 924, 216. 135 is 35. I'm not going to do this multiplication. This over here equals to 15 and equals to 8 plus 1. The 1 is a divider of all. It is in between everything. Spin it around. It separates everything. When it is 2, it is this. When it is 1, it is this. This is a 1 by 1. This is a 2 by 2. This is your ace 11, and this is your bust. If you were playing blackjack, double down. Anyways, from this number, 6 times 5 equals to 30. 5 plus 6 equals to 11. Now we just made a conversion. Even though this is 11, 11, okay, 121, this over here is now 41. This is your AD. You went from this equation here. Here is your first equation. Here is your second equation. Here is your third equation. Here is your fourth equation. Here is the fifth equation, AD. That is the center. So what happens in the fifth equation? Okay, it's 4 times 1, 4 plus 1 equals to 4 equals to 5. Then you go 4 times 5 equals to 20. 5 plus 4 equals to 0.9. This 0.9 is the end of the line. It doesn't go anymore because it's only going to repeat 18 and 11. This is your creation of your cube. This is the creation of your cube, of your 1 and 1 cube. It is 1 and 8. The K, the R, the J, the H. The reason for this, in French, they will say 10 and 8, the 10th letter and the 8th letter. And just give me a second. So anyways, no, let me just finish off. So when we get to 4 and 5, 5 and 4, the sun is number 54. The fox is number 45. It is the 9 times 6 equaling to the 54. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 will equal to 9, will equal to 6. That will create this equation. That will create this, that when it's furthered on to equal to 29, which is the birth. And the birth is connected to 28, 31, 29, and hold on a second, 26, yes. The combination of 26, 26, 29, 28, and 31 is where this takes place on roulette. 55 and 59. Where is it? It's E and I and E and E into the house. This becomes 6, this becomes 4, this becomes 9, this becomes 5. This will become 5 in its own. This will become 1, the 2, 3, 4 vibration. In between here and here is 15. We have to also understand the separation. Separation of 1, separation of 4 in between, and 1 in between. 4 and 1 in between. Remember that. Between 26 and here is a total of 5 and 1, but there's only 4 in between. What's in between 26 and 31 is 27, 28, 29, and 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? But to connect them, you say 5, because this is my starting point, and I'm going to say it again. It's almost like you're saying everything twice. So this is 24, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 9, and 24. That is the answer. That is 24 minus 9 equals to 15. O and X. Now, just with this said, that your Fibonacci 1 and 1 went into cycle 2, went into cycle 3, went into cycle 4. Okay, this cycle 4, I moved it over here. Okay, this is 5 over here, and this is 5 over here. This is the fifth one, and your fifth one gives you the result from the sun and the fox pass, which is the letter T and the letter I, and the reverse is G, R. Looks like a gear to me. I like to exchange it with the O, G-O-R, G-O-R, 7, 6, 9. This is 7 to 12, 7 to 12. I like to regard this as 12. Anytime there's an R, I like to regard it as 12. It is in the A family. So let's say 13, right? A, what family is it in? The A, the E, the I, the O, the U. Did you know that the U is in the creation family? U is the 21st letter. It's in the creation family. 2 plus 1 equals to 3. L is number 12, equals to 3. C equals to 3. They both will create 55. So when you see 55, we'll take out these two letters. The reverse of these two letters are F and O. Looks like I love you, sort of like right out of here. This is what this is saying. Where is the truth? Where is the truth? Can I do that again, what I just said, because I just lost the vision? The L, yes, the L and the U. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 equals to 3 equals to 2. So 3 and 2 equals to 5. And the same thing happens with the other one. Now 3 times 2, right, in each equation will equal to 5, 6, and 5, 6, 11, 11. And then this equation right here is over here. In the 5th dimension, we create this. This is what comes up in the 4th dimension. The answer to the 4th dimension is going to be what the 5th dimension is. So in the 4th dimension, you're right here. You go through from one side, stepping in the door. And into the 4th dimension, you're on to the other side. There's a separation with these dice cubes. These dice cubes have a separation. You can start on one, and the other one, you can start on 4, 5, or 6. I really don't care right now. I just want to show you something. I cannot get to the other side. I need to follow a sequence order. So if I go 4, 5, 6, I can't go to 1, 4, 5, 6. I can't go to 1. I can go to 3. I can go to 2. I can go to 3 into 2, but I can't go to 1. I need to go back to the beginning again. So if I go 1, 2, 3, I need to go to number 4 next, and I can't. I got to flip it over. So one side I keep on C, and the other side I keep on D. D will go D, E, F, while we will be going C, B, A. Okay, hold on a second. You can't do that to me. No. No, no, no. Do you follow why this is going on right now? Because if I did that, I have to flip the cube all the way over to the other side. So what you have to know is what I see is that in the DNA sequencing or strands, you see that always spinning. So once it's spinning, it can be an internal auger, it can be a vein, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's spinning. It has a rotation, whether it's moving or not, but it's spinning. I'm losing my thought now. So when it's spinning, even if you went a mile, maybe you only went 10 feet, because how close is that wound that you go? And then how fast is it going, and is it moving at all? Now, I just lost my trend of thought, what this was over here. Yes, because you can't go to the other side. The core over here, this core where the dot is, and we're going to assume that the cube looks like this. This area over here is one of 9. 1 of 9. It is 1 of 9. It is 1 of 9. 9 divided by 1 equals to 1 divided by 9 equals to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's what it equals to. So everything stems out of that. 1. 11 times 11 equals 121. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 to the left. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 to the right. The same equation. We're going in the same direction. A and B. A and B. A and B. 11. K. A and B. And then the second cube again. 121. 11 times 11. The cube. So I was doing this piece over here, right? I was doing this piece over here. We went back into the sun, and in the 4th year is our leap year. In the 4th year is our leap year. So we have turned the cube over from 1 and 2, to 2 and 3. Okay, to 2 and 3. So when we did that move from 1 and 2 to 2 and 3, okay, we can see that the 2 is right next to 4. So now we have a bypass to the other side through the star. Just a simple twist. And instead of being in one position, you're in another. So now we can go to 4 area. We can skip over to the 4th area. 3 and 3, 5 and 5, 8 and 8. Divided is 16, divided by 4 equals to the average of the 4 area. Anyways, not going to get into that. Disregard that. Just to know that in order to, once you came into this cube, okay, your first creation in this cube is 1 and 2. That is your first creation. So I have to eliminate this area and bump everything up. So here is from the equation that you begin, 1 and 2. That brings you into the second equation, 2 and 3. That brings you into what is the answer from the 2 equations is 5 and 6. After this, it will bring you back, okay, to what is the 4th equation, which is over here. And is the 4th equation, okay, depending on whether you count that one or not, but it's a 4th equation that births of R and K. R and K. It represents the 6 and 5, 11, which came from 2 cubes of creation. 1 cube is on C, and the other cube is on D. And no matter what you say, 2 and 5, 1 and 6, are on its sides. So 5 and 2, 1 and 6. The reality of that is, if you take a good look at the cube and you flip it over, there's only a difference of 1 in the center to the 3. So identically, if you drill holes, there will be 4 sides that will say 5 and 2 sides that will say 7. So when the cube is on this side, this is 7 and 7, and this is 5 and 5. 57, 75. When the cube is this way, and 7, 5, 7, 5, and 57, 75 when the cube is that way. Now, what is 5775? You know, I'm not really sure. It's the year 2015. It is the 1.7, 8, 9.15. It is the game of pool. It is when you add up 1 over 215, it equals to a total of 120. When you add up 1 all the way to 20, it equals to 210. The diameter of the moon, which is numeric value 57, okay, is 2160. 720. I don't know what this equation means yet, but it's the 720 of the half day. I'm just trying to go 6 times 120 equals to 720. It has to be understood that if I look at this dice, I know that the maximum that can be actually extruded from this is 6, which means I'm either going to play it this way. When I talk about it, there's a different 7. Each dice, there's a different 7. Okay, each one. There's different combinations, and I think we have to play with 4 of them because the numeric value to Pluto, okay, is 4 of them. So what happens? We had to have moons. What happens? Because we can't actually move them all together. There's an equation to this which is really crazy. It bothered me all week. Did you know? Just let me do it really quick. I'm going to put this and this on either side of that space. Now, I want to put this one on either side of that space, and I can't because they're the closest to the space, blocking out the space. So I must move it back. And when you're in moving it back, that means I left one complete area over more for each one. I took away one complete area by moving back. That means the center is 2 by 2. Because if I went in this way, I couldn't do it. It would be 2 by 1. Actually, if you really want to look at it, it's 3 wide. So that would be if this was 3 wide, and I got to do that calculation. If they were like this, that would be, oh yes, if it was like this, these 3 would be my 9. Here's my 3, then my second 3 meets the center. This second 3 meets the center. I don't know if this is going to be too confusing for you, but just note the way we see the I letter that represents inside of here. If you wanted to count the T letter, okay, the T will only count the 3 up here and these 2 dots and down the center. It will not count here and it will not count here. If you're counting the I, you will count here and you count here. Now, if it was the H, then we'd have to bring these 2 to the center and keep these 2 on the outside. Let me see if I got that right. And now you can see the H position. So this goes up, this goes in, this goes out, this goes in. I don't know exactly what it does and how it works, but anyways, leave that alone. I just want to say that February 14th, Valentine's Day, okay, is the ring. It is the 45th day of the year. It is the Fox Pass. 5 times 9. What is 5 and 9? What is 5 and 9? How can I explain what 59 is? It is, instead of going A and E, you're going E and I. There's 4 areas and 4 areas, area space. When you're going from 1 over to 5, there are 4. And when you go 5 over to 9, there are 4. The reality is there's only 3 and 3, and you carry with it your vibration. When you go from 1 over to 5, you carry 2, 3, 4. When you go 5 over to 9, you carry 4, 3, 2. Isn't that the way we're supposed to be running? You went from 5 to 4 to 3 to 2. Is the same thing of going to 6 to 7 to 8 and then to 9. So this would be to 6 to 7 and to 8. And to know that your counter vibration to your 10 creation, okay, your counter vibration to your 10 creation, a single area space is 10 to your creation from 100 is 90, and you, 91 is the spirit. The reflection of the spirit created in the half-life. The number 91 is 7 times 13 times 4 suits. It is 91 times 3 suits equals 273. 91 times 2 suits equals 182. The 713 can also be looked at 7 and 3. 7 and 1, and 7 and 4, or 4 and 7. When you have 7 and 4, you're going to get 28 and 11. This is the cycle in Pluto. Pluto is the 9 birth. The 9 birth on 6 faces, but 1 face down. 7 come 11, the student. On these dice cube, as on the calculator, as on the keyboard, as on your cell phone, as on your calculator, all your calculator and your faces are 9. That's what it is. It is what it is. 9 and 6. 9 times 6 is 54. We're back to the sun. The next equation comes the IT birth. The matter, which is 77, and the energy, which is 74, total 151. The multiplication and addition will equal to 6 and 5 and 6 and 5, which will be 11 and 30, which equals to 41, and 41 equals to 82, which is the reverse of what the cycle 28 is. But it will be reduced into 26, then it will be reduced into T20. That is the last number. And the multiplication and addition to this will leave me at BT, beta time. The difference is 1020 is location. There's a lot of things going on. 1020, look it up. CB codes. Why CB codes? Because it's number 2 and 3. 1 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 3. ABC creation before time. Once you came into time, 1 and 1 went away. We went to the cubic world, the face of 9. We have the face of 9, but the full extension, 1 and 9 equals to 10. 2 and 8 equals to 10. 3 and 7 equals to 10. 4 and 6 equals to 10. The passing of 5, 5, 5, and 5 equals to 625 into creation is 25,625, 767, the peak and the point of the gematria scale, which is the spirit and the timing and the gates, which is the separation of 13 and 7 on the Mayan calendar. Check the Mayan calendar working at 13. What is it? What is that? What is that number it's working at? Here. This is the way it works. This is the movement, something to do with the movement in the Mayan calendar. Here and here is 1 and 6, 7. Here and here is 4 and 9, 13. Here and here is 13, number 13, which is 4, and number 18, 13 and 18, 31 equals to 4. So it's moving down. It's all 7s and 13s. It'll be 4 and 9, 4 and 9, 4 and 9, 1 and 6. Why 1 and 6? Well, here is number 16. So I take the top of the area box and the bottom of the area box and connect it to this box here. I go from the top to the top, not to interfere with the box itself. And then I go in the exterior of the box, not to interfere with the box itself. I use a larger box. I think I went 4 by 2 in this creation. I'm not really sure. I don't remember if I went 4 by 2 in this creation. And the reason I did that is because the roulette table, professional gaming, I must go to a professional game. I must follow things and people that have documents in this world that are highly ranked. The person who created the deck of cards, I use their cards in the same order. I change nothing. I use their dice in the same order. I change nothing, and I use their games and their odds. I only tell you the story that comes out through the basic words that I use. Any child can use those words. I'm a little thirsty. We are going to continue on to, let me clear this. We are going to figure out more about Kaaba, blessed be he. More about Muhammad, blessed be he. I have no ill or disrespect to any of the understood who is and why the God. I am only searching into the cube. And it is just ironic. It is just ironic that the cube reverse, and there's only three. Remember, there is only three. This sliced in half leaves three on the top, three on the bottom. One pointing out in that direction, one pointing out in that direction, one pointing out. What are the directions and the angles of this cube continuing on this way when it's held between my fingers? And it's held between my fingers the same way when you walk up to the crap table and they take out a new dice and they spin it. So what's going on? The cube, is it the cube that are spinning? Are there spinning cubes? And remember, I said it's 6. Why is it 6? Because the other side of what's on his ass is 1. 1 is on its butt. When 1 is on its butt, so when 1 is on its butt and 6 is up, you have 14 that go around. Just give me 1 second here. You have 14 that go around the cube. You have 14 that go around. When 6 is up and 1 is down, then in between is 2, 3, 4, and 5. 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 So we are going to go to 6, and here is 1, and in between is 2, 3, 4, and 5. And downward, okay, this is this way, right? Now this way, okay, 6 and 1. Now this is the up and the down, right? Now there's this way also for what is the 6. And one of them is the 5 and the 2. And what is between the 5 and the 2? The 3 and the 4. And what's in between the 3 and the 4? The 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5. And now what we're going to do is we have the 6 and the 1. And we have on this side, let me see, we have the 6 and the 1. On one side, we had the 5 and the 2. And the other side, we had the 4 and the 3. So here will be the 4, here will be the 3. So from here to here will be 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from here to here is actually just going to be 1. It's just going to be one number in the dead center. It's just going to be one number. It's just 1. It's just 1. Does that mean it connects everything together? Is that what it do? Or what just happened there? How did I take away? Because there were 4 numbers, right? Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I took away the center numbers, and the center numbers I took away was 3 and 4 and 3 and 4. And the center over here is 7. 7. 7. One and 6, 7. 3 and 4, 7. 5 and 2, 7. The invert, okay? And just know when you do that, when you do that, you connect 1 and 6, 7, 3 and 4, 7, and you connect 5 and 2, 7. You see how short that arm is over here and how long the arms is over here? It's an obligation because we work with that obligation here. So you can see the pull. Now, if I was to do the same thing with 9 and 4, here's 9 and 4, here's 7 and 6. So where we had 7 and 7, now we have 9 and 4 and 7 and 6 equals to 13 and 13. So you can see the formation of where the 13 cards come in into the 4 suits. Okay, so now when I create that and, okay, and I connect the, instead of connecting what I connected is 2 and 5, right? When I connect 2 and 5 for my next 7, I am going to create 5 and 8 equals to 13 for my core 7. So I have a core 7 over here, and they both connect to number 5. So you can see right over here what the 5 position is all about. It's passing through your 3, 4, 1, 6, through your 2, 5, which is Earth, into where is between 7 and 9, your gateway to your birth. Now, the next number before this will be 1 black. 2, 3, 11 is going to be Venus, split. 9, 11 is over here. 7, 11 is over here. Your gateway to creation will come right over here. Number 11. And it's a star creation. It's a star creation because, I mean, I'm just going to just show you of what we did just a while ago. The star creation. Do you see this piece here? I don't need number 26. It happens again on number 8, on number 11, on number 10, and on number 13. It happens again. I'm going to get a glass of water, and I'm going to come back and explain where I am. And if somebody can correct me, wants to change something that I'm doing, thinks a little bit differently, let me know. I'm very, very much open. It says there's one person watching. I'm going to like it also right now. Okay, yeah, no one's watching, I guess. Well, now it's 3. Okay, it never says anybody, but if you're right, I'll know you're watching me. And maybe I can give you a link to where I am, StreamYard. Maybe you can get there because this is streaming. Hold on a second. Let me see if we can do this. Do I have a link? Let me learn. Let me learn. How can I share the link? I don't know. Let me see this. Copy. Let me see if I can share this link. Paste. Let me see if we can see that. I don't think I don't know how to do it. Let me look. Let me look. Duplicate tab. So I'm going to go to StreamYard, destinations, members, teams. How can I share this? Can I edit? Invite a guest. Invite a guest. Here. Copy. Copy. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this. Hold on a second. Paste. Let's see what happens here. It says invite a guest. So let's see if I can do this. And I'm going to get something to drink. I'm going to take a 2 or 3 minute break here. Vam today. What I don't know what that is. So just give me. I'm going to take a 2-minute break. So I'm just going to leave this one thing on the screen here. You ever see the front end of a guitar or the back end of a guitar? Have you ever seen? Don't look at this. Look at this linear. Look at this linear. Okay, just give me a second. Just give me a second. Okay. Okay, just give me a second. Just going to be back in 2 minutes. Need to get a drink. Edit. Okay, where am I? Where am I? Not here. Okay, so now I'm going to give you something else to look at. And I know there's nobody here, so you can skip over until the end. You can check, make it 5 minutes. There's no one here, so no big deal, right? It's always a big deal, you know. This is, they told me it was going to be like, really like something like 18 years, you know, you have to have Mercury come within you. So you have to have full rotation. Here's a rotation of pi. There are a few errors, but if you take a look, okay, 243 is Venus, and that is your 24 hours of 3 days of creation, where it is 4 cubes and 3 moons. We're halfway between the cubes. Okay, halfway between the 2 cubes, you end up with 42 and 42 to the gateway of and the gateway of. Number 24, 9 Lives of the Cat, the split heaven of DC. 4 times 3 is 12, and 7 is 19. Is the spirit of man. 91, the spirit. 19, spirit in the moon. 3 times 19 equals to 57. 57 and 57 equals to 15, which is Mars. How do I do it? I add each an individual area section to a single digit. If it's 14, it is then 5. If it's 23, it's 5. Understand what 5 is? It is the news. It is headquarters. Greenland. 49. Land. 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 13. and 18 equals 31. So land, so green, okay, is 49. That equals to 80. Absolutely. That is just perfect. That's just absolutely just nice. Here, there it is. There's my Greenland right here. That's it. So where's the center in all of this? Where's the center in all of this? See the 9? Tesla's energy. Okay, there's still nobody here. I'm taking a break. I'm going to be quiet. Number 19 and number 91, know it well and know it as the faces of Pluto. 8, 8, 8 corners, 4 to every corner. The talit, 4. The cube on what is the, another thing is, doesn't only have to be, I did this wrong. When you're putting on tefillin, the blocks that go on you, okay? There are how many blocks that go on you? One on your left arm and one on your head. So you have one that is on the center of your head and one is on one side of what you have as 2 arms. So it's presenting your whole body, but one arm is good enough. So the Hebrew rituals are also going to tell us a great story. In fact, they have been very inspiring, the Hebrews and the cube. The transporter of the message, who is that I am? For I am no more than the reader of those who have brought the message to our plantation. They gave it to us. I just was told to look a little bit deeper. On that night, on May 5th of 2005, look a little bit deeper into 7286. 72 is 1/4 of time. Time ends at 288 and not 360. There are other equations that equate to the same thing, 3/4 and 1/4. The thing or part is that we are the 1/4 that fits in. So do we expand what was once 3/4 and add in our 1/4? So I'm just trying to place this in my mind. I don't know the number to human. You know that? I don't know the number to human. Let me look at that number. I think it was 29 and 28. 29 and 28 human equals to 57, the same numeric value to the moon. Not only that, the 29 is calculable, and human is the same numeric value that the numeric value calculation from the sun. The sun goes into human. The thing is, we have to remember our cycles. Our stand cycle, standing on the gateway, we are human. Why do I say stand on the gateway? I think I left that numeric value for gate, which was number 31. The cube is number 31. 5 times 4 is 20. The T in the E world, the cube is 31. Hold on a second. Why am I standing in the gateway? Number 17. I lost my trend of thought. Number 29, number 29. Wow, I'm not happy. I got to get another book. I can't work with one book. You know, I let me get a drink at the same time. I don't want to go too quick. I got to slow down a little bit. I'm gonna play it back a little bit and see what I said. There's a comment here, probably. Let me go back to this. I want to see what I said.
Head. So
Whoa.
you have one that is on the center of your head, and one is on one side of what you head. So you have one that is on the center of your head, and one is on one side of what you head. So you have one that is on the center of your head, and one is on one side of what you head.
Okay, this is where I am. Okay, what is this? Okay, I got to shut that off. I don't remember exactly where I was.
And if somebody can correct me, wants to change something that I'm doing, thinks a little bit differently.
Okay. I don't remember exactly where I was, but that's okay. I'm just going to write this down here. The date is February 16th, 2022, which is TV, which is 5G. That's the reverse, which is 35 and 12 equals to 57, which is 15 and 8, which is 5G, which is 57, which is 35 by 7, 5 plus 7, right, equals 57. 3 by 5, 3 plus 5, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, and then this equals 17, and this equals to 11, and the cycle of the moon is 28, which will equal to 16 and 10. What is 10? 10, you can look at it many ways. What 10 is? 1 and 9, 10, which means 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 4, 4. How this element works. The separation between here and here is a DC element because it's 1. Between here and here, it's a DC element because it's 1. When you go from here to here, there's 3 spaces, but it's 2. 3 to connect, and 2 is a disconnect. 3 connect, 2 disconnect. 3 connect, 2 disconnect. 3 connect, 2 disconnect. 3 and 4 is the reflection. DC, connect, disconnect. 3 and 4. Because the area space, regardless of what it is always going to be halfway. And the 3 and 4 being opposite on the cube is halfway. So 3 and 4 dominate for everything to do with halfway, and 3 is on the opposite side of 4 on the cube. The sevens, we went over the sevens. The 7 is the full extension of the cube. 1 and 6 equals to 7. Okay, so that is the opposites. I like to go opposites of the cube. And there is 1 and 6, there is 2 and 5, and there is 3 and 4 equaling to 7. We have to note that if I use the cube as the numerics in the calculator, there is 1 and measurements always go to the corners. So there is 1 and 9 equaling to 10, 2 and 8 equaling to 10, 3 and 7 equaling to 10, 4 and 6 equaling to 10, and each one of them crosses over number 5. Sometimes they cross over in a multiplication, and sometimes on the cross in an addition. The ones that come in on a multiplication is 1 and 9, so we're going to just say that, and 3 and 7. So we're just going to say that. And these come in as an addition. So we're going to just say that, and we're just going to say that. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. Okay, it's just one of my equations, and they're gonna have another story to it. We're just gonna leave it. There's A, B, C, D here. There's only 3 here, and there are 4 here, 7 and 10. So then what can 4 be? Are 4 the 4 corners? What is 4? Because on this, our gateway, okay, on this, hold on a second. Our gateway on this, 7 and 3, 1 and 9. But when we bring it down the scaling, okay, our greatest diameters are this. On the scaling, 1 and 6 equals to 7, 9 and 4 equals to 13. That is my scaling, and 7 and 6 equals to 13. 7 and 6, the angle is the same. It makes up that, this. It makes up this. It's just really weird. You know what I'm saying? It makes up that. It doesn't only make up that, but it makes up this. Hold on a second. It makes up that. Let me see if we can I get this? Hold on a second. Let me get this light unhooked. Yeah, so let me just, yeah, so it does that. See all the octagons connected together? There's a whole weaved web out there. That's the roulette board, by the way. Just give me a minute. I'm going to set up my light and then point back down to let me see if I can just point a little bit back down here. Let me fix the picture a little bit. Restore the defaults. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm not here to convince anybody, you know. I'm just, it's just very exciting for me. And when you're looking for the Star of David, okay, the Star of David is right over here. It meets where the fine line meets, right over here. These fine lines. The reasons they can meet here is because it's one single box. That's all it is. I'm going to show you this larger, but the design, when you look at it, consider it just one single box. And the roulette wheel, I mean, the roulette tells me to do it differently. It tells me to do it. I think it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The sections in roulette consist of 12 because they begin where they end. It's like a circuitry. The first section begins at number 1 and it ends at 12. And you know what's funny about 12 is that 43 and 17 and 27, this combination that comes together, 18, and then from 18 you go to 89, and then 89 goes to 17 and actually goes from to 17 and 72, and it needs to come together. These to 2 and the 1 have to come together. They have to come together. Just like when we get 18 and 28, they're talking about the Venus gates where Mercury passes through in the cycle of the Mercury beta heavens. This number 8, although it surrounds number 1, only the 2 area surrounds number 1. It's 1 or it's 2. And when they come together, this is what they tell you. In the first cycle, in the second cycle, in the third cycle, in the fourth cycle, it is 72. X, W, X, Y, and Z. And Z. 72 and 26. This as 72 is not actually 72. It's 24 and 3. 3 and 8. 3 and 6, creations of the heavens of HF. 14, AD, DNA, creation of the DNA. 48 and 14 equals to 62. Let me re-look at what I just said. This is the division of the DC gates. This is the rotation of the sun. It stops here 3 times. There's no other equation. And where does 3 come from? If it gets reduced, it gets reduced into number 11. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals 2 and 1. And that's where 3 comes from, 1 and 2. When they say I stand on 17, that's what it is. You stand on 17 and you are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what you are. You're 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and your creation was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you do it this way, it equals to 15. This one equals to your 20. This is your 20 value. This is your 15 value. This is darts. And the dartboard, the center, you get 75. We have to understand what the ring around is. Monopoly, I mean, there's a lot of stories I'm going to get into. I'm not going to get into them right now. The extension of 1 through 5 equals to 6. The extension of 2 and 6 equals to 8. Now, if we want to know if this is really a true world or not, I'm going to have to look through 2 and 6. So if I flip it over, what am I going to get? 1 and 5, voila, same answer. The 6 as the highest and the 5 as the highest, they come together. It's almost like a DC world. There's a separation of only one, a fine line, and the fine line is 5.5. That's the fine line about that one. That's their meeting place. 25 and 10. The reality of a dice cube of 10 is when they do meet, they can meet at 10, or they can meet on another cube. I think at hold on, 5, 10, or 10 or 20, 12, no, 14, 14 and 12, 14 and 12. Yes, 14 and 12. Okay, now I'm going to explain this. When you take one of these cubes and you see the 5, drill 5 holes, and this side will be 5 holes on it. It is the opposite side. When you come to this side and drill 3 holes, and here and drill 4 holes, all you will have is 5 on each side. That'll be 5 and 5 is 10. If it's sitting this way, it'll be 10 to these two sides and 10 to these two sides, equaling to 20. So 20 equals to 4 sides. D times 5 equals 20. The fourth letter, 4 sides times 5 to equal to 20. The up and down, okay, only has 2 sides. When I drill the sides of 6 and I drill the side of 1, when I drill the side of 6 and 1, that will be a 7. The opposite side will be 1 and 6, and that will be a 7. This will be your 14. This is where your 14 comes out. So you're going to have 14 on one side and 20 on the other, equaling to 34. DC. The true center of this squareness of this cube, the true squareness to this cube, is a center block right over here called the 27th block. All that come before it is 351 as 351. Or as 1 plus 300 plus 50. It is the 27th block. It equals to 378. The creation gate, 7th gate, into the heavens. This will recreate 17. To go into and out of this cube. 1 is the minimum, 7 is the maximum. 1 and 7, that is that gate. So that is the 27th block. 14 and 9. This will equal to 54, and then it'll equal to 20 and 9. So this will be 99, and this one will be 9. 99 is where man in the moon comes out. But I'm a little tired. There's nobody here. Let me see. I think I just got a lot of spam coming out. Yeah, I do. And I'm a little tired. I'm going to check if anybody's watching me on another channel. I seem to be, I don't know. I don't feel, not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. You know, I've got no compression. I need a little compression. Somebody to ask me a question. Push me a little bit. Got to push me a little bit. Let me see what's going on here. No, I'm just going to go get something to eat. Maybe that's what I'm doing. I just got to regenerate, you know. So I'm going to take 5 minutes for something to eat, you know. And if you want to take a look at my ceiling or something, I'm really hungry. I'm going to come back and find something to talk about. You know, there's always something to talk about, right? I'm going to try to dim that light and think of some numeric questions, something you want me to look into in the zodiac and astrology and a star, a specific number in a star. Wow. I'm going to take like 10 minutes to eat, all right? All right, is that okay, 10 minutes? Look at the clock. I like to put pepper in everything. I'm coming back. Coming back. Just give me a minute. Yeah, what happened? I'm missing, wow, I drank 3 bottles? No way. There's no way I drank 3 bottles. There's no way I drank 3 bottles. Oh no, it's on the door. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I found it. Okay. One more minute. I'm just warming up a little tea. Well, you know what? We're going to end it. I'm going to write it ended at 1:05. Because no one here, no fun. I'm going to do another one, private one, and just upload it. All right. I don't see anybody here, and I don't see anybody here. If somebody can send me an email, okay. I'm trying to write something, but it won't let me. I think my keyboard switched. So just give me a second here. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's tacpans@msn.com if you're here and they're not letting it get through. So, yeah, Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.